Okay guys, welcome back to the next video on SSRS with MDX. So in last video we discussed about how to create a report without using report template, okay, report wizard. Now we're gonna repeat the same but with more advanced features like adding parameters, how to add single value parameter or multi-value parameters in queries. So for the same, I'm going to use the same report. So what I've done is I copied it. I just click Control C and Control V. I copied the report and I'm renaming it to fourth report. Or else why I need to repeat the same task again and again, which is not required, which is not mandatory at this point of time. So let me close all those stuff and okay, all the reports are closed. Let me open the fourth one. Now, oops. It didn't copy the report. Let me see why it is. Let me copy it again and paste it. Fourth report. Okay. Let me open it and see first. Okay, it is not copying. Why? The report. Oops, third report I didn't save. I closed it. That's the problem. Okay, fine. Well and good. Okay, let's start work on the fourth report right away. Okay, this is my fourth report. I'm creating the data set. Sorry, first the data source. I'll go for share data source by selecting tube source and I'll rename it as sales underscore data. And the data source is set. And in this video, we're going to discuss about how to create a report using a report item and also how to define the parameters, how to provide the source to the parameters and so on. I'll show you the most easiest way. Why? Because I don't want you to mess up the things by taking the complex way of designing the parameters for a report pointing to SSRS database. So for the data set, I'll name it as sales underscore DS. And sorry, I was watching some movie. I'll take this guy and go to the query designer. Let me paste this query and let me test it first. Oops, some test is extra. Let me remove it. Okay, this is working perfectly fine. So the data set is also ready. The next step is I have to take matrix format or table as per your requirements. So I'm defining the columns, color, English product name. Let me remove this column group. I don't want it here. Or I will do one thing. I will add the color to the column group so that it looks better. Color, and I'll remove this guy. Okay. Now under color, I'm taking sales amount, and inside the group, I'm taking one more column and I'm taking sales amount. This is perfectly fine. Now I'll set it as center aligned. Why? Because color should be shown in the middle, and these two also to center align, else it won't look good. And this guy to left align. This is textual information, and I'll remove this column and I'll give good enough real estate for this. Okay, this is fine, this is fine, and now we are all set. Okay, let me remove all unnecessary space by taking it to the corner and remove this stuff. And one final touch up, that is I'll set this to bold. And let's see whether the report works fine or not. This is working perfectly fine. You can see under black there is no a purpose, bike stand and so on. And people will be wondering how to give zeros when there is no values, like when there is blank values and all. We'll come back to that. And let me bold this guy. And let me do some touch-ups, alright, because it is not looking so good. So let me go to format first. Format property. Oops, so I missed it. Okay. Hash comma 00.00. Now let me execute it, and it is perfectly fine. Okay. everything is fine. Let me set the back color of these two to some light gray, one of my favorite colors. This gray, I mean. I'll copy it to the background color so that it looks good. I mean, it will get differentiated, the data and the rows and columns. Perfect. Now, our intention is to add a parameter. One parameter, let's say to filter color. Let's say you want to see either black color products or blue color products or yellow color, something like that. If you want to, I mean, your requirement is to provide an option to, provide an option to the user to select the color or to filter the data based on colors. So for that, there are many ways. Let's talk about the easiest way first. Click on OK, and what you have to do is, this is your filter path, right? This is your cube. Instead of cube, after from, you have to write a subquery. So you know subquery, how the subquery is nothing but one more select statement inside the select statement. Instead of the table name, you will have this select statement. So observe it very carefully, what select statement I'm going to write. Select, I'm taking @color parameter. This is the parameter on columns from cube name. So I closed it. This is a subquery. Okay, let me copy it and execute the same guy here. Control Z. Okay, here I'm passing it. Okay, now what will happen if I execute any particular, if I pass any particular color to this value? Let's see what will happen. Okay, instead of @ color, I'm passing a particular color to the value. Let's say I'm passing black, and let's see what will happen. Oops, I think by mistake I disconnected it. Okay, let me connect it. Okay, fine. You can see it is giving only black as the column, so it filtered the black color product. And let me filter blue. So what will happen is, it will take only blue color. So first what it will do is, the inner query job is to filter or take that particular slice of data, and it will take only piece of data from the cube, and the outer query, whatever you are seeing here, will execute on top of this. Okay, that is how it works. On top of this it works. Now let's see, I want to give the parameter, and what I've done is, in brackets I've given select @color on columns from AdventureWorks DW, and once I've given that, I have to define the color parameter. This is the parameter, right? I've taken, so I have to define the same here in the parameters. You can see on top there is a button. I press that, and I should not give @ here, remember that. And what is the dimension from where this color value will be pulled from or assigned to? This is from product and color. And is it a multi-value one or single value? If you don't check it, it will be single value. If you check it, it will be multi-value. Let me give single value one, and by default I'm taking black color, let's say. Okay, I set the parameter value, and let me execute and see. I have to select it. I have not selected completely. Oops, the access 0 expects a tuple or expression. Yeah, sorry. So it is throwing error. The reason behind this one is, this is a parameter, and parameter value, what it is going to get is a string value. It is not a member. But you know, MDX, it accepts either member or set or tuple, right? So you know this is a string. There is a function called str2member. Member means single member, like either blue, black, yellow is a member. Okay, member of an attribute. So if you can convert it from the string to the member, then it will work perfectly fine, and you can see it is taking only black color products. Perfect. So if once I click on OK, observe it very carefully. I've taken @color. I've set string str to member. That means I'm taking the string from this parameter value, and I'm converting it to member, and this belongs to this hierarchy. Everything is fine and set. Once I click on OK, and the data set will be ready, and you can see the parameters. Here it has taken the color parameter. This is what I have defined, and the value is not yet set. But once I click on OK, a hidden data set will be created automatically. You can see here, and a parameter will be created, and if you see that parameter name is this one and prompt is this, and it is not allowing multiple values. Why? Because I have set it to single value. I did not check the allow multiple values options there while creating the data set. And available values, it is from query, this hidden data set query. You can see the data set name is color, and value field is parameter value, parameter caption internet, blah 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 blah. And default values, default is black. This is what I've set. And now if you execute it, you can see black is selected and the values are coming. And if I select multi and click on view report, it will show only multicolor products. This is as simple as this. And if you don't like this look, all and next coming as black, blah blah blah, black, blue, gray, multi, and so on. In that case, what you can do is go to the color parameter and available values, set the label caption as instead of indented, go for parameter caption. That's it. That's the only change you have to do. Now everything will be in one line so that it looks good, or if you feel this is good. If you feel the other one is good, go back and change it to indented one so that you'll get the desired look for your parameter values. So this is as simple as this. You can add a number of parameters like this. We'll see that in later videos, but keep in mind the changes that you have to do is once the data set is created, and if you want to filter the data based on any particular attribute member, then go here and create a subselect. In that, don't forget to give str to member in bracket @color. @color is the parameter name, whatever you want to give. Once given, go to the parameters option and set the dimensionality, hierarchy, and whether it's multi-value or single value, blah blah blah. Set everything. Click on OK. OK. Once you click on OK, you can see the parameter. It will select only the color name. I mean, whatever the parameter name you have given, it will take it by default, and it will create a report parameter. This is query parameter, the first one. As you know, this is used in the query. And this is the report parameter. The report parameter will be created, and a data set for that one will be created by default, and it will automatically tag to each other. And in short, the complete parameter job will be taken care by SSRS server. This is really a fantastic one, right? It's easy for us to finish adding the parameters to the report in MDX. And it is not as easy as this in when you point to SQL Server database. Why? Because there you have to create your own data set for the parameter and map it, blah blah blah. You have more headache on you than on the SSRS server. But here, if you see, the data set is created by default and it is tagged. I mean, report parameter is created and it is tagged and it is mapped to the query parameter. Everything is taken by it. But all the headache is taken by the SSRS server. Hope you understood this concept, and try to practice it once. Don't go blindly in the impression that you easily understood it. Always practice is very important. Just practice it, and I will add one more video. I mean, the next video will be adding multiple parameters. Okay, a quick shot. Let's say multiple parameters, multi-select option. If you select this multi options, it should work fine, right? You can see it is showing fine. When I select blue, it's boom, gone. So in next video, we're going to discuss about this. So keep watching the videos. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.